Hi there, hi, good afternoon everyone. This is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in digestive health for busy women. So I help busy women fix their IBS, reflux, digestive issues, hormone problems, and I do this with state-of-the-art gut testing and nutrition and lifestyle coaching to bring things back into balance for you nicely. So there's a really common area of confusion and a debate that's still raging, and the crux of it for most people is going to be, is it more important for me to eat butter, or is it better for my health if I stick to margarine? So this all comes back down to the saturated fat argument, and is saturated fat bad for you, is polyunsaturated fat better for you, etc, etc. So I will just run into a few of the pros and cons for you and which options you should probably go for. So just to be clear, everyone needs fat in their diet to some degree. You need saturated fat in your diet, although that is still quite a hotly debated subject regarding how much you need to have in your diet. And the main fats that you need to be avoiding definitely are trans fats. So trans fats are what you would find in highly processed foods, including some margarines, but I shall come to that in just a second. And not all margarines are created equal, though there are lots of different kinds out there, so it's worth shopping around, certainly. So let's start with margarine then. So the pros and cons of margarine. So margarine is made from vegetable oil. In itself, not great really, and then that vegetable oil undergoes hydrogenation, which makes it solid, so it's spreadable, etc, and easier for people to use. So although it is rich in polyunsaturated fats, which you could consider would be healthier for you, by the time they've been processed and everything else has been, happened to them, they are actually, less than ideal and probably do more harm than good. Particularly if after all this processing, they then become trans fats, and they can actually be quite damaging for you. Some margarines, though, will contain healthier oils, such as olive oil. Again, highly processed probably, so best avoided. But some of them, like the vegan brands, specialized vegan brands, are going to be more beneficial for you. So they may contain a nice variety of alternative fats, such as coconut oil and shea butter, for example. So those are the kind of ones that you will probably find in health food shops and specialist shops. So they are going to be much better for you than the ones you typically find in the supermarket. So again, standard margarines are going to be very high in omega-6 fats, which are very inflammatory if we have too many of them or too much of them, and we need to keep that ratio in balance with any kind of omega-3 fats that we're eating. So too many highly inflammatory, so there's kind of a lot of reasons to avoid margarine really if you can. So if you're avoiding dairy, though, say if you're vegan or you're allergic to dairy or what have you, or you just don't tolerate it, then absolutely I would be going for the better quality margarines that you can, buy online or health food shops or what have you. So pros and cons of butter then. So butter has been demonized a lot in recent years because it is high in saturated fat, which, as I say, we actually do need to some degree. If you can find grass-fed, organic, raw butter, so much the better, because that is actually really, really good for you. Although yes, it does have a lot of saturated fat in it, which some people may want to avoid, it's worth bearing in mind that you don't actually ever eat tons and tons of butter. It's not something we eat, or most people will be able to eat a lot of. We're just spreading it on bread or cooking with it or whatever. But the general consensus is that saturated fat does need to feature in our diets to some degree for a whole host of reasons. In addition to that, butter is a lot more nutritious for you than margarine. For example, it contains K2, which is going to be really helpful for your bone and heart health. it's also rich in butyrate, which is really good for your gut. You can even buy butyrate supplements because it's so good for your gut. So if you can eat your butyrate and butter, so much the better. Also, the grass-fed stuff has got really high levels of, or reasonably high levels of omega-3 fats, which you need to have in your diet. So the best source of omega-3 fats is of course oily fish, but this is a nice absorbable form as well. And also other substances which are going to help you, lose weight if you want to, or build muscle, etc. So it's really a very healthy addition to your diet. What I would do though is kind of try and get fats into your diet from a whole host of different sources. So yes, include really good quality butter, or extra virgin olive oil is good, coconut oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, oily fish, and the butters of those as well. So nut butters, seed butters as well are really good. So if you're getting a whole range of fats into your diet, then you can kind of be assured that your body is getting all the fats it needs. Of course, avoiding the trans fats as far as you can. So trans fats you're going to find in processed foods, crisps, cakes, etc. So definitely avoid those and lots of all the others. Okay, I hope you found that helpful, and if you would like to speak to me, do pop me a message, info if you want more info, and do like and share if you found this useful. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.